So there's a very important lie out there. 90% of everything sucks. The key here is you're not just blogging about your coverage. You're writing a blog post, you're linking to your coverage, you're giving more value add. So say someone read the case study, oh, that's pretty interesting. Well, here's some tips about how other people are also, other organizations like whoever's reading this blog could also get similar results. And and if you liked what you just read in this post, download this white paper on building patient loyalty. And that's where the magic happens. So we're going to talk about collaboration. I once had a CEO tell me it's better to share a cake with others than to eat a cookie alone in the corner. And what he was talking about is collaboration. One mistake that I believe they make is that they have too many strategies. They have a blog content strategy, and a PR content strategy, and a content strategy for this product launch. It's when you think of content strategy, it should be a single strategy that maps to every bit of the organization. It needs to think through every buyer that you might have, and you probably have multiple buyer personas. You also have influencers, people who are not decision makers, but people who are probably more power users of your product or service, but probably aren't the buyers. So you need to be thinking about content that touches every type of person, which is different messages for different audiences. Every piece of content that you create when you're doing a content strategy needs to have a purpose. It needs to map to the larger strategy. When you're creating content, you need to ask yourself, is it useful? And when I say useful, does it address the specific pain points? If it's not something that you would be proud enough to share with a colleague outside of the work, and you might want to consider rewriting it. You might want to give yourself the red pen. People like to share content that is not selling a company, but helping someone do something better. The next question you need to ask yourself is, can people find my content? Is it findable? Because we all know if nobody can find it, nobody will read it, and then that, first of all, it's a lot of money wasted. You don't want that. But second of all, you're not going to be able to impress your boss with how you drove leads. Your PR result has now brought a web visitor to your site, read that post about the coverage that you secured, downloaded a white paper, and that's when the magic happens. That's when you can now begin tying your PR results to sales, because you've attracted a web visitor, they've downloaded the white paper, and now they're in the nurturing.